Welcome to Edison TV. I'm Michelle Livings and I'm here today to explore the ambitions of Edison research client Arcane Crypto, a company that's gaining significant traction in the cryptocurrency sector. Arcane is all about developing the infrastructure and products that will enable worldwide adoption of Bitcoin and digital assets. Based in Stockholm, Oslo and London, the company is building a platform for users to learn, trade and invest in digital assets. Arcane positions itself as the transparent digital asset organisation that regulators can trust, and its mission is to make digital asset trading and investment easy, safe and reliable for all. To give us the lowdown on the company's current operations and ambitions, I'm delighted to welcome Torbjørn Jenssen, Arcane's CEO, to the studio to share his insights into all things crypto, the troubled market conditions currently affecting digital assets, and how Arcane is advancing in its mission. Welcome, Torbjørn. It's lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
So let's start then. Arcane's work is focused on providing a platform to encourage digital assets adoption. To what extent is that ambition being derailed by the crypto bear market?
So I'd say actually not at all. We're building for the long term. And it's still very clear that digital assets are here to stay. And it's also an industry that is here to grow. What we're witnessing right now is a deleveraging and almost like a forest fire where deadwood is being kind of cleared out, but preparing the ground for kind of solid growth going forward. And we've seen this several times throughout the kind of the lifespan of the crypto industry, where we have these euphoric buildups, we have the bubbles burst, but the industry comes back stronger. And that is exactly what we're seeing now. And actually, ourselves, we're seeing some increased demand from some of our clients that are seeing this as a buying opportunity, an opportunity to get into the market. And also, if you look at especially the institutional adoption, I mean, we see still big players coming into the sector. We see it from asset managers, we see it from traders, and we just see also on the regulation front that this is a maturing market. Yes, it's turbulent, it's volatile, but that's a part of the game of being in crypto.
So tell us more then about how you're planning to fulfill your mission to enable the higher adoption of digital assets.
The crypto industry is still extremely fragmented. So if you want a great experience where you have like a one-stop shop, that is really almost non-existent. You have to have like 5, 10 different accounts with different service providers if you want to have research and market insights, if you want to have trading capabilities, if you want to have asset management. So what we're doing is that we're building one unified offering. And the way we're doing that is that we have initially secured the key capabilities through M&A and through bootstrapping kind of different business arms within Arcane. And right now we're unifying that offering. We're bringing the different brands and the different product offerings together on one platform. So one tech platform so that you can have like one login and get access to our research, get access to our brokerage service, and get access to our kind of asset management services. And while we're offering this right now to high net worth individuals and family offices directly, our goal is not to build up kind of an offering where we have hundreds of client relationship managers, but rather work with these clients now to learn exactly what problems they have, solve those problems, but more importantly, engage with wealth managers and giving them the tools they need to be able to bring their own clients into the space on our platform so that they can leverage the Arcane platform as a SaaS service where we give the reporting tools the insight they need to kind of be up to speed on the industry, but also the access management systems they need to do managed accounts on behalf of their own clients. So that's really where we're headed with our strategy.
That's great. Recently, you said that family offices and HNWIs are underserved in terms of access to digital assets. Can you elaborate on that a little bit and also explain how Arcane will change this landscape?
Yes, so there are hundreds of exchanges out there tailored for retail and professional kind of high-frequency traders. But when the private wealth sector, the high net worth, the family offices are calling their wealth manager, they can't help them. And this was recently documented by BCG in their kind of annual wealth report. And the problem is that the private banks, the wealth managers, they don't have the industry knowledge. They don't have the products, and they don't dare offering crypto because they're afraid of how it could influence their licenses. But at the same time, the clients really want this exposure. So some of these clients come directly to us because their wealth managers are unable to serve them.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to say, because, you know, there are scores of exchanges out there. So why don't they go to somewhere like, I don't know, Coinbase or Gemini?
So they could do that. And the competition between exchanges are really pushing down the cost. The challenge then, you have to do everything yourself. You have to have your own strategy. You have to do all of the trading. You have to figure out the reporting. You have to do your own research. You have to have many different accounts across many different venues to get a good experience. And the CFO in your family office will not be very happy. If your wealth manager tries to set you up on one of these exchanges, he doesn't have the access control systems to actually help you. He'll have to ask you to share your password. It's not a great way to do managed accounts. So these exchanges are great for retail, and they're also good for the algorithmic trading companies that have in-house developers that can build these systems themselves. But for those who want a white glove premium experience, those who want to be able to call someone, those who want to be able to speak to an analyst and understand the market and actually get some advice, this is not something these exchanges are offering. No. They have tens of millions of retail users, and they have to cater for their needs. This creates a possibility for us to have a razor-sharp focus on the needs of high net worth and family offices and really tailor our solutions for that market segment.
That's great. Thanks for explaining that. Let's turn now to your positioning in the market and the role Arcane's research services play. How important is this function in your growth?
It's key to our growth. This is a completely new industry. And there's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of misconceptions out there. So education is really where you have to start. You have to educate people on the industry to build trust. So we're using research as a brand builder. It gives us a lot of visibility. I mean, it's getting covered by mainstream financial media on a weekly basis. But we're also using it as a door opener, as a way to establish business relationship with wealth managers and with the private banks. Because if a private bank is to start offering a crypto service, they would need sign-off from compliance. They're not going to do that this year or next year. They're going to do it at some point in the future, but they're not ready. For research, they don't need a sign-off from compliance. So we are then using research to establish these commercial relationships. And then our strategy is to build on that over time. And as they get ready to offer, say, funds in crypto or trading in crypto, we'll be ready having that infrastructure for them. And we are building this now, serving clients directly. That way, we don't have to wait either. We have real trading going through our systems. So that means that we know exactly what problems we're solving. But as I said earlier, we are not going to grow and scale with hundreds of clients, relationship managers, and a ton of high net worth and family offices directly signing up with us, but rather through these business relationships that we are securing through research.
Listen, thanks so much, Torbjørn. Fascinating, real food for thought there. And best of luck with your endeavours as well. And I know that we at Edison very much look forward to hearing more as you grow and to accompany you on your journey as well. So thanks, Torbjørn.
Thank you.
So, at a challenging time for cryptocurrency, let us find out more about the investment opportunity Arcane is offering. Edison's Director of Financial Equities, Milos Pabst, has deep insights to share on the digital assets landscape and has taken a look at the Arcane business model and where it sits in the market. Welcome, Milos, who's joining us in time-honoured fashion by video. So, Milos, give us your thoughts on Arcane and the state of the digital assets market.
Hi, Michelle. Delighted to join you today. Let me maybe begin by explaining how infrastructure affects global digital assets adoption. While digital asset markets have been in a bear market since November last year, I still believe that we are at the initial stages of a secular trend towards digital assets adoption, especially among institutional investors, which may be compared to the emergence of commodities as an investable asset class from the mid-90s to the cycle peak in 2008. While Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have been around for quite a while now, institutional investors were until recently unable to tap into this opportunity because of the lack of robust institutional-grade infrastructure, including brokers, custodians, and so on. This infrastructure has started to emerge over the last 2 years or so, but there's still much to be done in the space. Arcane Crypto is developing its cloud-based platform as a gateway to the digital assets universe based on several solutions it has developed or acquired over the years, such as market research, brokerage, asset management through a hedge fund, and so on. It also holds equity stakes in a number of other infrastructure projects, such as Pure Markets, which is developing a wholesale marketplace for top-tier investment banks to trade crypto assets. Arcane definitely has a good brand in terms of its research capabilities, which, as Torbjørn mentions, is used to attract new customers, especially high net worth individuals and family offices.
What about the elephant in the room, the bear market conditions? How do you see Arcane and crypto in general navigating through these troubled times?
Yes, that's a good question. I think it's important to keep in mind that Arcane Crypto is an early stage business with several offerings in pre-commercial or early commercialization stage. The company is still focused on investments in its solutions and is yet to break even. In order to cover its operating costs and become cash flow neutral, the company had launched its own Bitcoin mining operations in southern Norway. However, it has experienced a significant spike in electricity prices, which in conjunction with the free fall of the Bitcoin price, impacted the profitability of these operations. The company is about to relaunch its Bitcoin mining operations in northern Norway, where electricity prices are lower. And based on the market conditions at the time of the announcements, the company expects these operations to generate a gross margin in excess of 70%. But again, the ability of this business line to cover the operating costs of the group will be dependent on the future Bitcoin price, as well as the computing power, or the hash rate, as we call it in the system. Based on the cash positions at the end of March 2022, the company seems to have a cash runway of a few quarters. And in this context, it's also important to know that some of its trading and brokerage businesses were recently affected by the more muted trading volumes in the broader crypto markets. So in a nutshell, Arcane is an appealing, though high-risk bet on the upcoming digital assets revolution.
That's great, Miloš. Thanks so much for joining us. And that's a wrap for today. If you'd like to know more about Arcane, download Edison's latest research on our website link below. And don't forget, you can subscribe to updates on their stock by hitting the Follow This Stock button. Thanks for watching. Until next time.